Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Queen Tulsa Show. We are here tonight with LaRon here, definitely our male co-host, mail delivery. Definitely, this is something different, but it's after dark, and I hope you all enjoy. Before we get started, we'll do some housekeeping. We have Deborah Nichols in the house. Hello, how are you? We got BJ. Okay, and LaRon says, hello, family. Hey, everyone. All right, so before we get into the show, I wanted to share something with you all that I had ran across. And so, without further ado, I wanted to go to this article right here. And this was about the rapper Mystical. We had reported on him, I believe it was, I want to say about 2 weeks ago to a month. However, here's an update. Prosecutors claim that Mystical forced his alleged R victim to pray with him before sexually assaulting her. Mystical is now being accused of forcing his alleged R victim to pray with him before sexually assaulting her. Prosecutors claim that the rapper wanted to rid the woman of any bad spirits in her body before the incident occurred. If you're unaware, the unidentified woman says the alleged R happened on July 30th at Mystical's home. The woman states that the rapper was high on drugs and accused her of stealing $100 from him. She claims that Mystical became angry and physically attacked her. The rapper was so upset that he allegedly pulled the braids out of her head, confiscated her keys, cell phone, and prevented her from leaving his home. In addition, the woman says Mystical threw rubbing alcohol on her before calling her a few Hail Marys. She eventually escaped and was treated at the Baton Rouge General Hospital for injuries. Mystical was arrested at his home the following day on charges of first degree R word, domestic abuse battery, strangulation, and robbery. Later on, he received illegal possession of Xanax, possession of heroin, possession of methamphetamine, possession of marijuana, and possession of drug paraphernalia charges. Okay, so that was our first story. There was another story that I wanted to get out here, which was the Jeffrey Daphner's story. I wanted you guys to check this out.
Oldest sister of Errol Lindsay.
Okay, 1 second.
My name is Rita Isbell, and I'm the oldest sister of Errol Lindsay. Jer, whatever your name is, I'm mad. This is how you act when you are out of control. Now, I don't want to ever have to see my mother go through this again. Never, Jeffrey. Jeffrey, I hate you, motherfucker. I hate you. This is out of control. Don't fuck with me, Jeffrey. I'll kill you, goddammit. Look at me. Look at me. My name is Rita Isbell.
Okay, so those were just some topics that I wanted to throw up, and those are some topics that I wanted to throw out there. Thank you all. Now I'm going to pass over the floor. I'm going to pass the mic to LaRon. All right, LaRon, let's get it.
Hey, Queen. I first and
Hello.
foremost want to say good evening, good evening, everyone in the chat.
Yes.
Good evening, family. Hope everyone is doing well. Oh my God, you set the bar. You dropped the mic with those two clips, especially Mystical. I didn't even know Mystical uh did that. That is crazy. I did not know. And see, it's crazy because he knew what he was about to do and wanted to pray about it first rather than after. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in utter shock. This world is going nuts. And then throw holy water on top of his victim before R-ing her. That that's crazy. it's always something in the news about our entertainers, and it's the entertainers that are black.
Hmm.
Crazy. Hello, Sonia. Um,
Hi, Sonia.
Hello, Miss Deborah. Yes. Hello, Miss Sonia. Hello, Miss Deborah. Hello, everyone. But yeah, that was crazy. That other scene of that Jeffrey Dahmer, I saw something in a clip about one of his alleged victims, and he was a black
Mhm.
man, and I guess he survived. But about Jeffrey Dahmer, that's crazy. But she wasn't playing. You took out her brother, you took out her family member, her mother. I guess that young sister, she had to act a fool. I would have acted a fool too. You take my loved one out. And I always wondered if something like that ever happened to me, how I would act with that so-called predator right there, who would have maybe unlived one of my family members. There's no telling what I would have done, but I just hope it never gets to that point, and I hope it never happens, so we won't ever have to find out.
Exactly.
Oh, but yes, that's
All right.
crazy.
So, did you want me to bring up your clip that you
Uh,
wanted to, the clip that you had sent
sure.
me? Okay, cool.
Yes, you can.
All right. And so, here, I believe I'll have to read it. Tell me if you can see it.
Yeah.
Would you like for me to read it or you can read it?
Oh, I can read it.
Oh,
I
okay,
can
cool.
kind of explain it as we go along.
All right, so take it on over.
There we go. Okay, you guys. So as you can see, can everybody see this? Bank of America to offer zero down payments, no closing costs, mortgages to Black and Hispanic first-time home buyers. So I was given this article. It was sent to me. It's from Baller Alert, I believe. Yes. And my aunt, shout out to my TT Journey, my aunt Journey sent this to me at the beginning of this month. And I've just now investigated it towards the end of this month. And I officially got some answers today, actually. And I wanted to see if this was true. So this is from Baller Alert. I called Bank of America literally this afternoon, and they're saying that for it's called the Community Affordable Loan Solutions Program. It's for first-time home buyers, and it's for Black and Hispanic first-time home buyers. So if you guys are interested in buying a home, your first home, uh, uh, your first time home buyer, and you know somebody, either you or you know somebody who's also is Black or Hispanic, you will be able to qualify for this loan at zero payment, no cost payment, closing cost mortgages. And but I went into detail about this as well. It's currently being offered only in LA, California, Dallas, Texas, Charlotte, North Carolina, Detroit, Michigan, and Miami, Florida. So those are the 5 cities that it's currently being offered. That's the catch right now. But it doesn't mean that it's those are the only cities. It was kind of crazy because I was like, why isn't Atlanta or Georgia in there? Because there's a huge we know Black community, and there's a huge there is surprisingly a a big Hispanic community that I found out, especially where I live in Cobb County, Marietta. But I would also think too, in where you're from, Queen Tulsa, that they would also have this program in Tulsa, Oklahoma. So I'm surprised, but I think they might be adding to this later on. I'm not promising, and I'm not gonna say guarantee yet, but I would think it would make sense later. I mean, come on, it would have to.
Mm. Well, you know what? As far as like the no closing costs mortgages, that's like a really big deal because like the closing costs can be, oh, those can be expensive. It can be
Yes,
$1,400. It could be $2,400. It could be, you know, just depending on, you know, the price of that house. So yeah, anywhere
right.
where you can cut a corner legally, it definitely helps, you know, saving that money.
Exactly. And I myself would be considered a first time home buyer, and I was definitely interested. I've been going through the process with the lender and real estate agent
I would have a question.
for about a year. Uh-huh.
I would have a question because I would want to know about the PMI, the private mortgage insurance.
That's a good
Was it-
question. I'm still learning about that myself.
Yeah, because
What
they're not
was
mentioning it.
Yeah, that's what I said. I got some basic details because when I talked to one of the agents I met over the phone, his name is Ben. He gave me the spill, but once I told him that I did not technically qualify under these cities because I'm not no longer in California. But I would not,
Mhm.
if I was in California, I wouldn't be in LA. I would go back to where I'm from, which is the Contra Costa or Bay Area, East East County Bay, or uh, I would be considered go back in the north if I was to go back to California, necessarily not Southern California. LA is I don't think I would do LA right now. But yeah, he basically told me that only thing you need to qualify is your credit history. Uh, you can't have no late payments in the last 12 months. That's the catch to
Mhm.
qualify, and then you have to be 2 years of employment history and income. So have 2 years of uh, good employment history, and but there is no credit score specifically required. So that's a good thing. You don't have to have like a 700 and up credit score, 500 or 600. Um, so that's really good. And yeah, he emailed me his information, but that's all I have so far. So once again, those cities are LA, California, Dallas, Texas, Charlotte, North Carolina, Detroit, Michigan, and Miami, Florida. But Queen, you gave me a good question to ask, which is the PMI. So I'll definitely ask him that in the future. Now that I have his contact information, I can
Mhm.
ask that specific question as well. Hmm.
Oh yeah, I feel like that'll be a good question. That'll be good to know because it's like, okay, and if you do have to pay it, how much is that going to be? You know.
Right. Exactly. Um, and that was perfect because at your last live, um, we had old what do you call it? The pork chop pimping pastor from Brooklyn, New York, uh offering some real estate services, and I don't know if y'all that this seems more legit than what he's offering.
Yeah.
uh for those who currently already are Bank of America or becoming a member, Bank of America is offering this. So this is if you're trying to get a house, I definitely wanted to throw this resource out here and what was currently going on as a I guess as a type of I guess what do you call it? Uh I guess deal going on with Bank of America. So, and then the department is that I talked to through Bank of America is the home loans department, and their direct line is 1-800-556-9568. That's 1-800-556-9568. Mhm. Yes. Thank you, Miss Sonia. Hit the like button as you come in. Thanks. And if somebody could put that number that I just mentioned in the comment section, 800 or 1-800-556-9568. That's the Home Loans Department for Bank of America. So you can find out more about the Community Affordable Loan Solutions Program for first-time home buyers, specifically offering incentives for Black and Hispanic first-time home buyers. But yeah, I was a little disappointed that they didn't already from the jump have Oklahoma, Tulsa, Oklahoma, and at least Atlanta, Georgia, or Georgia, period. But that's all I wanted to say. Thank you. Thank you, Queen. Yep.
Oh,
1
oh,
800 556 9568. Mm-hmm.
absolutely. So make sure you guys definitely check that situation out. Wherever you are, make sure you definitely check LeBron out on his channel. LeBron, what is your channel for the people?
Yes, my channel. Thank you, Miss Lady. My
You're welcome.
channel is exactly how on the left corner of my name, how it's spelled, Leron Hill, Leron, and Hill, last name Hill, Hill. That's my YouTube channel. I'm also in the chat. You can click my name, and I believe it will take you directly to my page. And I'm only on one other place. I'm not on Facebook, but I'm on Instagram. And my Instagram is at Leron, Brand, at Leron Brand. So that's at Leron, Leron Brand.
Awesome. Look, Sonya says, "What about the bishop?" And then Sonya
Oh,
says, "What is your sign, LeBron?"
yes, that's what I was saying. That Bishop, you have more pull through, and I mean, Bank of America has had some
My
stuff
name is
going
Rita
on as far
Isabel,
as
and
Oh, I'm
lending
sorry.
their money, I guess. With Bank of America, I know I've heard about that, but it's worth looking into than it is with this pastor. Like if your spirit immediately, I know my spirit when Queen did that live about him airing out, I guess, Larry Reed and all that, but he mentioned about his services. My spirit definitely said, "Oh yeah, he's going back to his conning. This doesn't seem right. I would never trust him to invest in anything with my money." So, yeah, if you have that spirit, I think it's fair to say that you were accurate in feeling that way. I definitely would not use his services and look at his church, So, yeah, I that's what I have to say about that. This is better off. You're better off using this than going to that pastor in Brooklyn. But anyways, my sign too, my zodiac sign, Sonia. is I'm my sun sign. I'm a Sagittarius, and I'm a Virgo moon with a Capricorn ascendant and some other things. So yeah, Sagittarius. So I definitely am a philosopher, and
All right. So listen, I'm actually gonna pull up the pastor, and LeBron, whenever you feel like you wanna dip or drop off, go ahead and do that because I probably won't be here that long. I just wanted to just really hear from the jump, from the beginning, because I think we got into the live live like in the middle of it. So I was just curious about like what was the vibe, when he got started on it. Which I see he has a big grin on his face. All right. So there we go.
What's up, y'all? What's going on? What is going on, y'all? How y'all doing? How are y'all doing?
All right, guys. So let's settle down some. We need you to sing this song with us. Listen.
And I am going and like that. You obsessed? Do you know what God's saying to me in the church? Wrong, because it's not me. I know me. I'm not gonna lie on me. Right. So for you want to talk about when God strikes you dead for being a bad representation of the church, you know, um, I want to say this to y'all, right? I want to say this to you. It's people like you. Why pastors and bishops and prophets are able to molest people in the church, right? It's people like you. It's people like you that allow mess to go on in the church because y'all think that we're so holy. Y'all think that we are so holy that things don't happen in the church. So let me explain something to you, okay? And if you come back up here again, I'm gonna block you. But I'm gonna use this time just to say this, right? I'm not a bad representation of the church. I'm the one that was brought in the church by God to flip these tables over, right? That's why I'm here. I'm the one that's not afraid, right? Everybody want to run, and people who haven't texted me in so long, hey brother, and giving me scriptures and telling me I don't think you should do it. Well, you don't know what I'm going through, and you don't know what God's saying to me. So at the end of the day, I'm going to be the defender of the church. And I really don't care what you say and how you say it. So you can sit here and pray for lightning to come out of the sky. If let me tell you something, if that's the way I'm supposed to go, then that's the way I'm supposed to go. I've been hearing people doing witchcraft or whatever. Let me tell y'all something about that, right? Witchcraft works for a moment, but God uses it for his positive, right? So keep on with your hokey pokey and dokey wokey and make all the witchcraft you want to make. Let me tell you something. God will prevail. That stuff can't work. It works in a sense. It works in a sense. I'm not afraid of none of that. I'm not afraid of none of it. And at the end of the day, there's so many people that have so many opinions, right? Oh, why are you going at that man like that? You obsessed. Do you know what he does to the church? Do you know what Larry Reed does to the church? Huh? Do you know that? Do you know the families, the church families that have to suffer? I said to myself, oh, stop tripping. You know what I said to myself? I said, I was going to chill out. We did a Larry Reed weekend, Friday and Saturday. I said, I'm going to chill out. But then, my team said he posted something about Maverick City. And I told this boy, be quiet. Leave the church alone. You better go to secular music now. Leave the church alone. I have so many documents and I have so much recording, and I'm going to play a little bit for y'all. I have so much alleged stuff, right? Alleged, right? And it's so much stuff that you guys need to hear, right? Every time he talk about the church, I want y'all to inbox me like y'all been doing. And I am going to, I have so much audio I'm talking about for days. I have so much paperwork for days. I'm talking about, woo. And I heard that he put out he made a comment talking about that I received this from somebody and he already won that case, and it was a bunch of lies. Everything that's being played is a bunch of lies, something to that magnitude he posted. Now that's a lie. Okay? That's a lie. All right. The only thing that I know he said something about a vlogger. I don't want to say his name, but they was in court and they both agreed not to talk to each other. He's running around here because we said we didn't answer. We didn't say you did anything, Larry. Good old Larry. We didn't say you did nothing. I didn't say you did anything. I just said all this stuff is alleged. I hit.
Yes, ma'am.
What's going on, sis?
Nothing. What's up, Sonya? Good morning.
Child, good morning. You know I be asleep by this time, but about this camp pastor play over here, and they wonder why I haven't been to church. I was saying about 15 years. I'm trying to figure out why is he trying to shut everybody up. I mean, well, shut that young man up about that. I'm like, but then you go to jail for scamming people or doing somebody. You took that lady money that was in New York, but you act like you better than everybody. How do we know, or how do I know when you get to heaven, God gonna know who you are? It's like these
Right.
people playing. It's playing. And I'm the type of person, I have a lot of questions. Like I had told you earlier, I was on his live on Instagram, and I like really have a lot of questions about that Bible. And I had this one lady to come talk to me, and I started asking questions, and she kind of looked at me like, wait. Well, I read the Bible from front to back. So did my mom. And when I talk to my mama, she's gonna talk to me about that Bible, regardless. But things to me, I would say, is not adding up. And so she was like, well, where do you live? I said, excuse me. I said, and I kind of went left before I knew it. That's me. I was like, I don't give nobody my address that I don't know. People I know don't know where I live. Why would I tell you where I live at? No, ma'am. I'm sorry. I will give you my phone number, but I'm not going to tell you where I live. I'm not going to play that game because you might show up and things may transpire or happen. So, no. And she had called me today, and when she called my name, I'm like, who are you? And she told me who she was. I said, oh, how you doing today? Because they want me to go to their thing they having, think the Saturday. Um, and I'm like, well, she said she from Jamaica, her sister from Atlanta, but they in Texas doing some type of revival.
Mm.
And her like kind of like sideways. Like I seen the little churches y'all be having over there, with the fake healing. I'm kind of leery about that. But I said I was sure if I get away, I'll come just to see what y'all talk about. Or y'all about helping people. or y'all about talking about it? And she was like, well, we have a couple of people out. And I was like, well, Jesus wasn't in church. Well, Yahshua wasn't in church. There wasn't no J's in Hebrew back then. She told me he went to church. What church did he go to? Because I remember reading he was out there with, with the sinners. What church was he in? Oh, he went to church often. At that point, I didn't want to talk to her anymore. I'm like, oh, God. I see where it's going. So I guess you got white Jesus on your wall, too. He has no color. But the Bible said he had hair of wood, feet of bronze. That is color. Jesus can be with anybody you want him to be. Now, really, at this point, I was really done talking to her now. I'm like, okay, shit. I said, go off. Anyway, and that's me. And why I asked Lauren, what's your sign? Because you gave me earth signs. Then you said you was a Sagittarius. I was like, God, no. Lord, no, please. Oh, you a Sagittarius? Really? And I'm talking to myself.
LaRon,
Hello? Is he with us?
yeah, LaRon. Sometimes his phone
Oh.
he gets like a bad.
How did your trees turn out?
Let me go and check. Hold on.
God, you said,
Hello?
please don't tell me you still baking that same batch. God, you ain't burn your house
Hello?
down. It don't take that long for that to cook.
Oh no, I didn't. Oh, there's LaRon. No, I didn't. I didn't put it in the oven. I put it in the freezer.
Oh, okay. I'm about to.
Hold on, let me go check on it.
Okay.
Hello?
LaRon, Saya had asked you a question.
Hey, y'all, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now. Can you hear us?
Okay, good. Okay. Sorry, I was
Okay, I asked you a
yes, I
question.
can hear you. I've been here, y'all, but
Oh,
uh-huh.
I asked you what was your zodiac sign. I heard
Oh, go ahead.
Sagittarius, I heard Sagittarius, Capricorn, and Virgo. No, I'm asking you what day you was born
Yes.
on. Like, what's your sign? Your zodiac sign, not just moon and
I
earth sign.
I right. You heard Sagittarius. Sagittarius is my sun sign. Yes, that's my sun sign. But where my earth sign comes into play, it's my Virgo.
When your
Virgo is
birthday?
my moon sign. November 28th. I was born, yes, I was born on Thanksgiving.
My sister was too. Her birthday was November 26th.
Wow. Yeah, that's
She a
crazy.
Sagittarius. And I'm actually,
It was
I'm like, I'm actually a Virgo. Like, born in August, I'm actually a Virgo. And she was a Sag. And we bumped heads. And I mean, like, bump heads, like, we bumped heads. Because y'all try to tell me what to do. I be like, girl, you can't, you talking to? You can't tell me I'm that, because I mean, I was hearing you talking, I'm like, he giving off earth signs, but he also giving fire signs. And you are a
wow.
fire sign.
You were right on the money in a way. You were all right.
Yeah.
And that's funny because I mix with earth sign and I'm also a fire sign, but they say your moon sign is really what your true personality is. And
I
my
don't know
true
what my moon
personality was a
sign is,
Virgo.
to be honest. I just know I was born a Virgo. I don't know what my sun or moon sign is. But I'm like, who? I'm like, wait, what? But see, I'm that type of
Right.
person. I know I'm Virgo. I'm kind of outspoken.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I really don't. I would say I got like Jeffrey Dahmer vibes. I really have that man vibe. Like I have no empathy. I have sympathy. I have no empathy for nothing or nobody. And I'm like, oh,
Mhm.
when I saw that movie, and I was like, oh God, that is actually me. Eating people, no, no, all that, no. But if somebody come hollering at me, I'm just gonna look at you like, wait, I'm sorry, who are you talking to? Are you sure you want these problems? Cause I'm a laugh, cause I find everything funny. I'm a laugh, and then look at you like, do you sure you want these problems? If they tell me, yeah, now I'm about to give you what you wanted. Don't come crying to me later.
Ooh.
No, because I asked you the first time, are you sure? When you said yes, now I'm about to give you what you wanted. And wouldn't have no
Uh-oh.
feeling
Yeah.
about it at all. I wouldn't cry or anything. I'd just be like nonchalant, like, oh well. But Sagittarius,
Right.
they flighty. Like they can't, y'all cannot sit still. Y'all very flighty. And
Yeah,
I'll
we
be like,
can't we're the horse. We gotta keep it moving.
yeah, y'all trouting, y'all the hunter, y'all like to hunt, but don't want to be hunted.
I can't lie with you on that, Miss Sonia. uh
I've dated a Sagittarius, and he was kind of like flighty, but then get mad at me when I returned that energy, and I'm like, whoa, wait, whoa, you told me you don't want a relationship, and I said, okay, I'm cool with that, and when you realize I meant that, all of a sudden I'm hurting your feelings. How? What feelings? You ain't got
mm.
feelings. Remember,
Ah,
we
we
do us,
do.
we do other people. So what are we doing, sir?
I don't know about that, Sagittarius. But yeah, that's crazy.
And
They
I be
say a
like, the
lot
hell
of
you say?
Sagittariuses are
But
like that.
yeah, and I said, I'm
They say
probably
a lot of
find something else.
Sagittariuses. Not all Sagittariuses are made the same like that because it depends on what else he has on his in his chart. I know for instance me, perfect example, like you know what they say your sun sign is the first sign that you usually go by. So I guess your sun sign would be Virgo because that's the first sign you associated with. That's usually what the
Mm-hmm.
first person, what somebody says, oh, I'm an Aquarius, I'm a Capricorn, I'm this. But then when they start working down the chart to the moons, to the planets, to the trines, that's when they find out that they're a mix of different things. Like our 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 birth charts basically look at it as like a DNA
Oh,
test. You know what I'm saying? You know how you look at your DNA test? Like I did actually take a DNA test. And when you take your DNA test, like an ancestry test, you find out, well, maybe you're like 50% like African and you might be 20% European or 10% Native American. It's kind of something like that without the percentages. So like I know for instance me, I'm a Sagittarius and I'm a Virgo moon. So I'm a Sagittarius sun, which is the sun sign, and Virgo happens to be my moon sign. And the moon sign, it balances off my sun sign. So like when I hear that Sagittariuses are flighty, I'm like, I could see that. I like moving around, but what makes me different is I am a committable type of person and as far as I like committed relationships because my moon sign is a committable sign, which is the Virgo. So my Virgo offsets my Sagittarius is because they say the moon sign is more to your personality. But oh yeah, you did hang up. Come back on, Miss Sonia. Yeah, come back up. But yeah, not all certain signs. You could be one sign. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're gonna turn out exactly like what your sun sign is. You have to look at the moon sign and different other placements in your birth chart to really say, okay, now this person is like this. But I know Sagittarius, we usually get a bad rap because we're usually the ones that are, they say, as non-committable. We're always moving around. We do love to travel. That's one true thing about me as a Sagittarius. I love traveling. I've been to different continents in the world, and I don't like being in the same place. Like jail would be the worst place for a Sagittarius. You know, we don't like being cooped up and locked in, and we don't like being smothered. But as far as relationship, I don't vibe with that. When it comes to what they say about Sagittarius, because that's not me. It's never been me. But yeah, we do like variety, and we won't settle for less though. That's the thing about us. It takes a special person to understand a Sagittarius and be with us, because we're very, and I hate to say it, make it seem like but we are very rare. Sagittarius are rare people usually you'll come across, and it's hard to lock us down because we're just not anybody. We can't just be with anybody. It takes a special person to be with a Sagittarius at the same time. So I don't know if I'm saying anything. I don't know if that's hard. But yeah, I mean, you have to be
That makes
very
a lot of
special to be with a Sag. Huh?
hmm That makes a lot of sense.
Right, right.
My best friend was a Sagittarius, and like this is from like grade school to adulthood, and very rare, um, you know, and you couldn't keep her down. She was always traveling. Like that was her thing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
She loved to travel. New York was like one of her favorite places to go.
Oh, I've yet to be there. I was supposed to go to New York a long time ago. But I remember you telling me about we almost have the same birthday as well.
Uh-huh. Yep.
That is crazy. Yes. So yes. Yep. Yeah. Sag can't stay too long in one place. Our minds are constantly going. Even at night, when we sleep, our minds are constantly going. We're always thinking about the next step. And though we do get a bad rep for being procrastinators, eventually we get our goal if we can settle down. And a lot of us mature, will eventually mature. But we're associated with being kind of like a baby spirit, kind of wild and free. When we learn how to finally get up on our feet and roam free, we start to
Uh-huh.
grow into our own. So we're associated with kind of like the young wild spirit, but we are also a sign of wisdom. So it's like
Yeah.
we have innate wisdom that we don't necessarily need to experience through life per se. It's just something that's already with us, if that makes sense. That's what the so-called sign is supposed to be about wisdom and philosophy.
Mm. That really that makes sense. It makes a lot of sense
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
because wow,
What sign are you, Tulsa?
I'm Cancer.
Oh, my aunt is a Cancer. That's my aunt's a Cancer, and my mother is a Cancer. And I've dated a few Cancers.
Yeah,
Y'all,
but
your hearts,
my second
huh?
birthday, I'm Sag.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So you're Cancer mixed with Sag?
I have two birthdays.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, how do you mind explain, like, if it's okay, what do you mean by two birthdays?
Yeah, so I'm a Buddhist as well. I got my
Okay.
Gohanzen, I want to say 2 or 3 years ago.
Okay.
Um, I haven't been up to par. I'm not even gonna lie, like in certain areas, but um, yeah, I have two birthdays. I
That
don't
is
think I really
cool.
talk about it.
No,
I
this is
just
my first time hearing about this.
mhm. Well, their type of practice, it's very sacred. So it's like I can't show you my Gohanzen. It's just like it's a beautiful practice, though.
Yes,
Beautiful.
my aunt was a is a Buddhist.
Oh
The one
yeah,
that
really?
gave this information, she is a Buddhist. Yeah, my aunt Journey, she actually went to a few shrines and temples out
Uh,
here, and she's practiced in the Buddhist faith. And I've met a few Buddhists. I like that chant, the Nam Namge Reke Kekyo. I don't know if I'm saying it right.
Nam Yoho Rengekyo.
Yes,
Hmm.
we all learned that from the Tina Turner movie, didn't
Absolutely.
we?
And you know what? Oh my gosh! Like, if you're interested, let me know, and I could tell one of my leaders, and they could put you in place with somebody that's in your area.
I'm definitely open to learning about different religions and practices, not religions, but spiritual practices. I'm gonna say
Hmm.
spiritual practices. Um, I know I've met a few of I've definitely know some Buddhists, and I've definitely come along a lot of Buddhists, and I've just always been curious. I know too. I just like the Zen, the Zen vibes that I get from Buddhists and how they believe in your vibes just being at true peace and oneness with the earth. And uh, I just like how calm and collected that spirituality faith is. And a lot of the people seem to be very in a good headspace and Zen and calm and collected. I just like that. And
Yes.
some of the things that I hear as far as the way they practice certain things, the chimes, the sounds. It
Hmm.
seems very soothing and relaxing and therapeutic. And I actually had a I had one of a bracelet. It was a red bracelet, but somebody said gave it to me as a abundance bracelet. It was a red cord. You ever heard of the red cord bracelet?
No.
Well, I don't know maybe if I'm getting this too, but there's all types of practices that practice that. But I know Buddhists wear red. They're like prosperity bracelets and blessings. It's supposed to ward off the bad eye, the evil eye, and it's a red bracelet that you wear
Oh.
to ward off evil and the evil eye. I know in Christianity as well. I think it was one of the first there was a set of twins. I forgot which one it was. I think it was the story of Perez. It was a son, the firstborn
Mm.
son.
I have one though.
You do have one?
Uh huh.
Yes, yes. That's so funny. I have one too. That's so funny. But yeah, I heard a lot of Buddhists have that. It's for prosperity and abundance.
Mm. I didn't
That
even know
red
that.
cord. Yes. It means prosperity, abundance, and it's supposed to ward off the evil eye. And it's also to a sign that you're the firstborn. I'm a firstborn, but it was so funny that my neighbor at the time, and that's a whole nother story. She we fell off because yeah, that's a whole nother story. But she actually gave me that bracelet as a gift. She had one for herself. And
Hmm.
it was a token of not only her as neighbors and friendship, but yeah, she gave it to me for prosperity and to ward off negativity, the evil eye. But it's also was a token to symbolize me as the firstborn. She had no idea, but I am the firstborn in my family. Well, I guess successful firstborn. So yeah, I didn't know that until I found out later after I researched it that the firstborn in the Bible, I forgot what story it was, the story of Perez and another, I can't think of it, but Perez comes to mind. But the mother put a red cord around his wrist to signify him as the firstborn son. So there's a blessing with that as well.
Oh wow.
Hmm. See, see how our conversations come together and flow. You see all the interconnectivities, the interlinks.
Uh-huh. It all makes it all makes sense, and I love conversations that get me to thinking, just get my brain chemicals to just going. But in a
Yes,
fun way.
exactly. You remember when you interviewed me and you were asking me what's some of the things that attracts you and what something that attracts you to a person. I
Mhm.
said the same thing. It's conversations that are electromagnetic, conversations that are, I don't like small talk. I like big ideas and concepts. I like people who are in depth. I like conversations like this that go to other planes and planets and universes, and they kind of connect. You know what I'm saying? I like big
Mhm.
ideas and concepts that a lot of people don't talk about. I like the interchangeable, and it's a journey. I like going literally. It's exactly. I like conversations that represent my sign of going through a journey. I like traveling. So conversations that interest me the most are the ones that I feel like I'm traveling through in my mind.
Absolutely.
Hmm. But I
Yeah,
think that's so special. Uh-huh.
it's like you going on a trip on in your mind when like you're describing a certain thing.
Yes.
Hmm.
Exactly. Different concepts, different ideas, even different cultures. I like all types of stuff like that. You know.
Yeah, and you know what? I really wanna just travel
Mm,
when
feel you.
one of these days I know I want to go to Australia. Like I want to go to
Ooh.
Bali. I want to go.
Yes, I could see you in Bali.
Uh-huh. And then what is that place? Um oh my gosh. Ayura?
Ayura?
No, that's not it. Um damn, what is it? Not
Is it
Aurora. I think I
like
was
a
thinking about
Middle Eastern?
Aurora, but that's in the Colorado. I'm thinking about like something, you know, like leaving out the country.
Hmm. Do you know what? Do you know possibly what continent it could be in? Like the Middle East, Africa? Well, Africa, Middle East is kind of subjective. Is it like in Asia or kind of like, I don't know, like Indian continent, Asia,
Um
South Pacific, South Asian? Is it Europe regions?
I don't know. My cousin had went there for a vacation, so I'm gonna visit with her tomorrow. Well, later on today,
Oh,
and see
okay.
where it was. Yeah, she went there on vacation.
I think, are you talking about Aruba? Aruba? Aruba?
Aruba.
Aruba?
Yes.
Yes. There we go.
Yeah.
I knew what you were talking about. I just had to grasp it myself. I knew. I was like, oh, Aruba. It's got to be Aruba. Yeah, that beautiful beaches and water. I hear.
Yes. Okay, Sonya. Sonya says she's still here. Mm.
Yes.
It's that
If you
clear
can come
water.
back in the chat, Miss Sonia. Are you saying Queen?
Oh yeah, it's that water. I want to go scuba diving and look at the fish,
Oh,
hold the fish, try to chase them down.
oh, I got a chance to do that when I went to Maui. This is
Oh,
when I was in my early teens. Uh-huh.
and talk about fun.
Oh, that was listen. And I know you mentioned, did you mention you wanted to go to Africa?
Yes.
Now, before I went to Africa, Hawaii, Maui was my favorite vacation trip ever. I went with my family too. That's when I was a teenager, and my parents were still together, and my family was very tightly knit, and I really loved it. The culture, the food, everything was beautiful. The islands, the Hawaiian Islands are beautiful, but that was my favorite trip until I went to South Africa in 2018, and that by far is hands down the best place I have ever been to. South Africa.
Oh wow.
Hmm.
So I bet you. Oh, I just want to eat some of that food. I just want to
Telling you.
go and see how they living, eat some of that food, go to the historical places, meet the
Yes.
people.
People are beautiful. You know how they say Africans don't like us and stuff.
Uh-huh.
Well, I did not
The
experience
Africans that
that
I
in
party
South
with,
Africa.
they have a good
Huh?
time. The Africans here, oh my gosh, the ones that I've ran into, they like to have parties. I mean, they kind of remind me of the Mexicans.
Oh, yeah, they know
They
how to
know how to
party,
throw a
huh?
party. They know how to
Yes.
throw a party, and they love to cook.
Yes.
Hmm.
I I know definitely about the Hispanic culture and Mexican culture because I come from a state predominantly where there's a lot of Mexicans. That's why it makes sense why they would have the program for Black and Hispanic people with Bank America, which is good in LA because there's a huge Hispanic population in LA. But there's a huge Hispanic population all over California, all over California,
And
and there's a
Texas.
population where I'm in, and Texas, exactly. And then, I mean, Spanish people in Miami. I don't know about Mexican, but that's a culture. Mexican's a culture, but there's a huge Latino population in Miami, so it makes sense. But yeah, I've had African friends all throughout my life, and I haven't had many problems with that. I've met bad and good people in, in the motherland, I guess from the motherland. But
Yeah.
I guess you have to ask which culture and what group of people uh would possibly have that. I think it is true to a degree where there are some Africans who feel like African Americans are really that they believe that hype that we're lazy and that we don't really strive for uh that a lot of us don't strive for opportunities in our own country. But you have to think, why do a lot of Africans come to this country? Well, to make money, but you see them all the same things that you see. They say somebody told me that my homegirl told me that one of the things that they don't like about us and they complain about African Americans is that we're violent and that the men beat their women. And yeah, that's true. But the men beat their women over there? And don't the men expect the women to do that? I know, especially in Nigerian cultures, they expect the women to do every damn thing.
Oh wow.
And
Um,
yes, even cook
yeah.
and clean. Cook and clean.
Well, not even that. Like, what about the multiple wives?
Oh yes, the sister wife thing. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. But I mean, at least though, if they know that they're gonna do that too, at least they know that if they're gonna have multiple wives, at least I would hope they know they could afford it, because if they get into that situation, I believe they have to have dowries and stuff like that before that could even be a thing. They have to be able to support them. So I guess if they come to that arrangement, as long as they come to that arrangement and they can support them, that's the deal with that. But I don't necessarily know if I would want to be a part of something like that or have multiple wives or as husband. I don't think I could. I don't know if I could deal with that. But
Yeah, it seemed like it would kind of be a lot, but you know, some people they balance it out because you got like the poly, but see,
hmm
poly and that type of relationship is different because you're married. With poly, they can just separate at any given time.
right. It sounds like the poly is more. That's definitely American concept where each party agrees to have an open relationship, but they could kind of go one way or another without the commitment aspect per se. It
Hmm.
sounds like that's at least what I'm getting. If so, it would be, what would be cool, since we're
What was that?
trying to we're connecting on a level with all types of people because that's what our world is about. It would be interesting to have somebody on a panel who is poly talk about the polyamorous life. You know what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
explain, because I have so many questions about that. I just want to ask so many questions, and it's no ill will. I just really want to learn, you know, and that would be interesting. That would be interesting.
Yeah. I mean, so like, would you be interested in a relationship like that?
Since we're talking after dark, I've always thought about it and considered possibility because you never know. And that's the thing. I'm not saying that as a Sagittarius, my sign, we're more open to any and anything, but I'm saying we like to explore options, different ways of life. So I
Hmm.
wouldn't be lying. I would I would think I would consider it. I've considered it, possibly seen, but at the same time, what what I what stopped me from doing it is the type of energies. I have yet to come across a genuine energy where I feel comfortable with somebody approaching me on with that type of situation and vibing with that the people involved. You know what I'm saying? The couple involved. But I wouldn't be lying if I said that I haven't considered it. I think I'm open to it, but as I get older and think about the type of energies and spirits and vibes exchanging, and it sometimes it loses me a little bit at a time when I think about the state of the world and how crazy people are. But I I think about it. Possibly, you never know unless you try it at least once. And I know I have to try something for me to like it or not like it. But yeah, I feel like you only live once. It's worth try, but going into it, I don't know. I don't know. What do
Well,
you think?
alrighty then. I was thinking that um I'm getting sleepy.
Oh,
Oh my goodness. No, but this was a great engagement. I want to do it again.
definitely, for
Yes.
sure.
So,
But no, you don't do me like that, Queen. Just before we go, don't do me like that. Would you ever consider before you got with your man, or even that or whatever, but for After Dark's sake, have you ever considered that? Do you think that would ever be something that you've ever considered in the past or maybe now or the future? Or I don't know. I don't know. But I know you're happily married, but have you ever thought about that in the past?
um, have I thought about it? Mm, I guess I have, but being that we're just now finding words to place with what
Hmm.
that relationship is, yes, I have thought about it.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. And I think a lot of people, the more we talk about it, and I think the more people are kind of just like, when people explain, their process, people who are in
Hmm.
that, that space and vibe with the poly life, I think the more open people are, the more people think about it and say, well, they may have always had those thoughts, but they never felt comfortable really exploring it. So I think this opens up to where they think about it more logically without fear of judgment. But there I know people who are like, no, I would never do that. I could never share my somebody with somebody else or add a third party. It'd be a lot of drama from the type. I don't like sharing, and I definitely
Hmm.
don't like picking one person over the other. They feel like they would always be a favorite, or that they would get attached to one person. They would get jealous of seeing the main person interact with somebody else. So there's just so many varieties, but at least you got to know who you are, you know?
I think it's all about the foundation and like the ground rules, you know, ground rules.
Right. Exactly. But the perfect people to ask would be Will and Jada Smith. Oops.
Well, I mean, they're still hanging in there, right there,
Yep.
for
Still
the most
are,
part.
for the most part. There's only so much we could see behind the scenes, right? But
Hmm.
I wish
Absolutely.
everybody the best wishes, whatever relationship you have. If it works for you, it works for you. You know, don't let nobody tell you otherwise if it works for you. I can't judge what works for you in your own relationship from what works in mine. So, yeah.
That's true.
But yeah, I just love the South African people. I could say for sure, being in their territory, it was very beautiful. The South African people are beautiful. And I think they just celebrated their independence, their South African Independence Day.
Okay.
If I'm saying it right, about a couple weeks ago. I still have friends that I communicate from South Africa, and one of my homeboys, he just celebrated over there their independence, their pride, South African pride, and Independence Day. So Flag Day as well.
Shout out to
So
Africa.
yes. South Africa, I love y'all. Y'all are beautiful people. I love South Africa. The most beautiful people. You're talking about the most welcoming, said welcome home. I actually have ancestry from South Africa. I did you not know I'm connected I'm somehow down the line related to Nelson Mandela and some other like leaders down the line.
I can
Powerful
get into
leaders.
it. I can definitely get into that.
It's crazy. I found that out because the test I took, you can find out who your haplogroup is, and you find out people that are connected to that haplogroup. We share like a common ancestor. It was very interesting finding out some of the people all over the motherland that I was related to, leaders and stuff like that, and influential. But yeah, that's I know you're getting tired, Queen. Anything you want to discuss?
Oh, well, no. Um, I think that this Sunday for the social, I think I'm gonna be more energized. I really just been trying to come up with a schedule to come on, and I was
Right,
thinking
right.
just 2 days or 3 days, like Tuesday. Well, not Tuesday, but Thursday and Sunday.
Okay. All right, right.
Yeah.
And I just want to say I think that's good because as a content creator, you need that space from the content. You need space from even the craft to kind of like I know for me, I have to recharge from what I'm doing. And we
Mhm.
talk separately outside of this, but I need a space and as you know, sometimes you need a space from social media or what's going on in the world. You just need to be in your own world and recharge and step away sometimes so that you can figure out some things. Sometimes you can figure out things more when
Yeah.
you're just
That's
at
like
a
clearing your head.
standstill.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Well, LeBron, let the people know where they can follow you. And we are working on LeBron and Sonya. She usually go live. I'm gonna have to ask her when is she gonna go live next so we can go party at her house.
Yes. Yeah, I'm getting my house in order with my YouTube channel. I have my YouTube channel. I've had it for years, but I'm slowly getting back into it. I've been focusing on my goals outside of YouTube to accomplish them. And first, but I'm slowly working back. I did a clip, most recent clip this year. So I'm slowly getting back to my YouTube. But I just did like a little minute clip to a song that I liked that Queen Beyonce did. And I know you mentioned that she's gonna be having a tour next year, so I'm excited about that.
And T.S. Madison is gonna be on her tour as well.
Really?
I
Oh,
believe that because with the cozy song.
yes, yes, cause she's that was an
Sonya,
album.
drop
They
your
say it
link
was
in
an
the chat
album.
so people can follow you.
Yes. So go to my channel at Leron Hill, Leron Leron Hill Hill. So LeronHill. It's the handle that you see here in the live chat. You can go straight there. And thank you, Sonia. Thank you so much for coming up as well and engaging. Um, and then my Instagram is at LeronBrand at Leron Brand.
All right.
And support Queen Tulsa. Hit that like button. Support. It stops here. It stops here, and yeah, just even sharing this video goes a long way as well. But I'll let Queen speak to that as well. But yeah, thank you guys for your engagement and coming in. Oh, Sonia says she's going live Friday at 10.
At 10. Yes.
Mhm.
Are you following Sonya?
Yes, I am following Miss Sonia.
Yeah. So make sure y'all got your notifications lit up. So Friday, at 10 p.m. Central Time. It'll be 11 p.m. Eastern, and I believe it'll be 9 Pacific.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely come back to the spot. You know where to find us all. And on that note, we are just gonna head on out, child. Good night, bye
Yes.
bye.
Good night. Good night, Queen Tulsa. Good night, everybody. Sleep well. Get your rest. And we will see y'all another time. Thanks for tuning in.
Bye.
Hello
Bye-bye.
and welcome. Thank you for tuning in to Goddess Tulsa After Dark. This is where you let your hair down, get you a beverage, prop your feet up or down. Now it's time to hit the like. Are you subscribed? Don't forget to hit the